Hey,
You-
yeah, let's go live. Okay, there we go. Done. Now we're good and streaming on. Nice thing about Restream, if you haven't used it before, you know what? I got a lifetime deal to this through AppSumo years ago. So, but it's been awesome because I can connect multiple different channels. Some of them we don't use anymore. And I guess I just haven't deleted them out of here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's yeah, it's like an old hockey one where I was streaming the kids hockey uh there as well. But I can remove some of these old things.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah, so it's cool because then and then you can see the chats from multiple places as well. And then because we're streaming here, then it's going to show up over here as well. So we're connecting to it from Zoom. So we're actually on here, we're going onto the Power Tools page, into our group, uh onto our YouTube channel, and then onto our agency YouTube channel as well, and then also streaming onto my own personal Facebook. So there's like 5
Yeah.
channels that we're streaming to live at once, and
Wow.
it'll bring everything all into this one spot.
Dig it.
So we got Steve here as well. Let's see who else we're missing.
Show me all that.
What's that?
I said thank you for showing me all that.
Oh yeah, no, it's there's Restream works well, and then I've seen people also use StreamYard, which does something similar too. And you can do stuff too. You can throw the chat overlay on there, but I don't think it'll bring it in from Zoom. It'll just bring it in from whatever social media channels that you're on. So check in there every once in a while. So yeah, how are things going today? We've got
Good.
we got Adam, we got Jose, and we got Steve on with us. So any challenges you're facing or anything like that? Any questions you have that you want to jump into?
Yeah, I guess unless anybody else has a burning thing to share, get into, I got something we can work on regarding like SMTP and replies and stuff and go high level
Okay.
if you're up for that.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Jose has. Jose, how's it going?
Good, and you, sir?
I'm doing really good. Um, awesome. Thanks for being on here.
Yes, sir. I had actually a message earlier about getting my snapshots. Um,
Oh
and
yeah.
yes, sir. So I just need help getting those set up.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I can. I'll jump into that quick because that's going to be a really quick thing. And Adam, we can talk about SMTP in a minute. And
No
then
problem.
Steve, I don't know if Steve has anything today, or Steve, how are you doing? Steve looks like he's doing good.
Goodbye.
All right, Jose, I'll show you real quick. In our backend dashboard here, let's just go into share my screen. We'll jump over to our agency view. Here, so if you set up the custom menu link in your system, have you done that already?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so under that custom menu link you created, you know what? I just before I jumped on this call today, I went in and I started updating videos because I'm like, just to I realized that some of our videos are a little bit older. But inside of each one of these things, if you click on it, you'll see download snapshots, and then you should be able to download the snapshot from there. And every time we do an update, we put the newest snapshot link in there. So if you click get snapshot, this is the original rewards one, this is the restaurant one, the salon one is coming soon. It really should be. And then yeah, for anyone, you'll see a get snapshot if there's a snapshot for it. Custom menu updater is a little bit different. I don't know if you have that, but you'll see a download example webhook snapshot there, because it's generally not, you don't really need a snapshot for that one. Under snapshots, I should have the links there. I have to change up our system a little bit. I originally made this menu like when we first started out like 2.5 years ago, and I was like, here's some good categories that we should throw in there. And then just kind of out of ease of use kind of thing, it just made sense to throw them on the actual pages. So when you're using that system, so
Okay, so can I share my screen with you? Because when I click on the get snapshot, it shows that it's a unavailable link.
oh yeah, sure. Which one?
The smart reviews and referrals.
Okay, yeah, share your
So
screen.
yeah, so the one that okay. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
like right there, this one, I clicked on this one and it just takes me here. And
Weird.
yesterday I could see the smart rewards, and like right now I can't see it. So yeah, but
Oh,
on
if you click on dashboard, you'll probably see that menu again. And then click on
okay.
smart rewards there. You'll
And then
I've got to change. We're doing updates and updating everything to API version 2. So if you haven't connected API version 2, then make sure you go and do that. It's probably, you know what, it's probably giving us that error because there's no locations in that space. So just give me a
yeah,
sec.
because I already connected to this.
Yeah, okay. So there's probably just because I wasn't testing it with no locations. So that's probably why it's giving the error for no locations, or not the error, but those warning symbols there. I'm just going to comment that out. And if you hit refresh on that, it will go away. All right, and then let me check one more thing too. Which for the you bought Power Tools, right?
Correct. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, it should have three, I believe.
Yeah, let me those ones I have to manually add. So just give me a second. I'll just go do that right now.
No, you're good.
I don't know why it's giving try for the snapshot, try maybe right click and open up in an incognito window. Because it should work for downloading the snapshots.
So copy this link and open it in incognito.
Yeah, even right click on it. Yeah. I just clicked on it and it did load up for me, but I was already logged into high level as well.
Okay. Yeah, it popped up on incognito, just making me log in.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a caching issue with high level then, because so it's weird when you share a snapshot out, it goes to affiliates, like affiliates that go high level, rather than having some other kind of URL for the share. I guess that's just to make it easy for people who are sharing their referral link and then giving a snapshot away or something. Not really sure, but yeah. So that's I don't know why that would work. Other than probably if you cleared your cache, it might work, kind of thing for that.
Yeah. Okay. It just opened up an incognito, but
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yeah, it's letting me import them that way.
All right, awesome. Yeah, a quick way to clear your cache is if you right click and you go inspect. Yeah, if you right click on your page and then go inspect, and then then you go to your refresh button up in the top left, and then right click on that, and then go empty cache and hard reload. That usually for me does it. So you could try that if you run into that error in the
Awesome.
future. That's
Okay.
so it's just a kind of a faster way to do it. There, and
All
then
right.
you
Yeah.
got 3 licenses there now too.
Yes, sir. All right. Awesome. Well, I think that gets me taken care of.
All right, cool. I'm going to give you this. I'm putting this in training in the training section today. We've been running off of for the restaurant rewards one, we've been running off of a Google Doc. So I'm like, okay, it's time to get this into the training section. So let me copy that. I'm going to copy it and put it in chat here, and you can make a copy of that for yourself. And later on, it'll be inside the membership section there. And then if you go on here under training resources, up at the top here, if you're just doing the regular loyalty and rewards one, it's right there at the bottom. I ended up putting it into a different system. I was trying to decide whether I want to keep it all inside high level, but high level's changed a bunch of things since we set it up. So I think we're going to move it. We're moving everything back into high level.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
And then
And then in the chat there, you'll see a link to the restaurant reward setup.
yeah, I got it right here. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And then I was gonna ask about, so I do wanna go ahead and sign up for the what is it, the launch lab.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if I could get the like recording or anything of this last Monday's call.
Yeah.
That
It
just-
will be it will, I think Shandel's putting it all in the training section, in the
Okay.
membership section. So all the replays should be in there. We'll have to figure out exactly what's the best way to do that, because it'll be like ongoing weekly kind of
Right.
thing. But we'll have an archive of all those.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one yesterday. We talked a lot about Adam was there, and we talked a lot about just getting set up, getting started. Talked about some marketing things, some copywriting ideas, coming up with some strategies. It was a good little session. Enjoyed it a lot.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to join.
Cool. Awesome. Well, excited to see you in there. All right. Yeah. Okay. So Adam, let's do you want to share your screen, or let me know like what are you trying to set up right now?
Well, it's already set up at this point. It's I've looked it up where, and I'll just show you.
Yeah.
Like how you have your screen. The replies.
Yeah.
Let's see if I got. Can you see my?
Yes.
Okay. So in the SMTP settings, I got it all set up. Everything's working great. And
Are you using lead connector email like domain, or what are you?
no,
what are you
it's
using for
through
email?
SMTP to go is one that I've used
Okay.
for a long time, and it's been great as an SMTP service.
Okay.
When I looked it up and tested it, where enable reply tracking, it will have the emails. Let me see if I can share with you. Yeah, here you go. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to stop my share and then redo it. Just share
Yep.
my whole screen. Okay, so then I sent this email out, automatically from my system, and then when you click on reply, then it has this whole thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's fine because it goes into the CRM, but I would much rather not have this be on people's the
When
autofill.
you hit reply, I don't know about that.
Well, I looked
set it up,
so
but
with-
can you just set up a custom domain for it? And then would it, if you set up a custom domain,
well, from here, if I uncheck the reply tracking, I'm not sure exactly how that might affect the system in regards
the
to
reply tracking is going to set it up so the way it works is that they're still using Mailgun, and that's where you get the message sender thing from. But it basically, you're setting it up. The reply to email is going to your Mailgun domain that it is set up for you so that whenever somebody replies, it's going to go into there, which is going to bring it into high level for you because it's gonna go through that system.
Okay, that makes sense. So now with they just upgraded, Go High Level just upgraded the system to allow for Office 365 syncing. So
Okay.
theoretically, I don't need that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't tried that, but I know I use the Gmail sync and that works really well.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the biggest thing of like getting back into the system. I didn't want people to email me direct and then have no record of it in our Go High Level. So if I uncheck that at this point, then I've already tested it and it for sure has the reply address as my actual email again.
Yeah.
And then now with the Office 365 sync, that should resolve
that
my
should
issue at least.
the way I have it set up is that I'm using replies.thinkbigstudios.ca. So I set up a subdomain for it off of our main agency domain. And then I have a forwarding one that it will forward it to my personal email anytime an email comes in from somebody into our system. So then I can reply from my email, which doesn't go back into high level, which is one of the problems. But actually, yeah, no, if I apply for my personal email, then it doesn't go into high level, but I do get a notification that somebody did send me an email. So then I jump into high level and I reply in there.
Okay. Yeah,
Usually.
that makes, because I got a team of 4. So, you know, I'm like I mentioned yesterday, I'm kind of putting myself through the meat grinder of having these things set up and trying to figure out the best way to integrate this technology into our human.
So what's the point of using like the SMTP? Like, I mean, I've used other SMTP stuff primarily through our hosting accounts that I've set up our emails through. But what's the point of using that instead of?
Well, cost is significantly reduced as well as the actual SMTP account. I use this for about 20 years with the IT business. And then I can have multiple domains on one single account, buy a pack of 100,000, split them up across multiple domains, and then have control over everything, technically speaking, as well as the DKIM and the SPIF records and all that stuff is, there's a lot more technical control that I can use, as well as support and other things. So
yeah, okay.
That's why I chose to go down that road versus the, Mailgun or Lead Connector.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like whether we'd want to switch it up and use, or we're just using Lead Connector. It works well. Like,
yeah, I'll show you.
I haven't had any real issues with it at all.
It's been just to give you what I have, and you obviously can check it out for yourself at some point. But this is my portal for the SMTP to go.
Yeah,
you can set up different SMTP users themselves or verified senders. So here's the few domains that we have in there right now. Blanket domain senders as well as specific SMTP user email senders. Like it's quite expansive. And then the account itself, billing change plan. So they have different subscriptions. It's what, $100 a month annually for being able to send 10,000 a month. Yeah. So it's from apples to apples comparisons, as long as you know how to set the stuff up, which it's all domain stuff. So it's really easy.
Yeah. So what's the benefit of, say, doing that versus doing it through just like a hosting account that you have?
A hosting account like through Office 365?
Yeah, or no, like, so, well, I guess so. For example, we have our own dedicated server that we run all of our client stuff off of, and we use cPanel in the back end, and I can set up SMTP for each one of them. Would there any other reason?
Yeah, it being a shared web host versus a dedicated IP web host. If this, you can control spam. So if one account gets, has issues, you can deactivate or pause and then not let it affect all of the shared cPanel accounts, essentially.
Okay.
Because all emails coming out from a shared IP. So if there's issues on either of the sub accounts, and something gets blocked or hacked or blacklisted, then it's going to
Yeah.
affect your entire stack.
So then would you be setting this up for each one of your clients in there as well?
Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Yep. So the basically kind of like your Facebook key, like the thing you were showing me,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
one-time setup. It's set up the domain, set up the SMTP user, go high level, insert credentials, and you're done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's really
easy
simple
now, for
to
sure.
set up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's part of the SMTP, part of the tech stack that I'm using, and like I
And then
said,
you use something like Office 365 or whatever to bring that email in.
yeah,
Or I
because
guess you
that's
could
the
set it up in
shared calendar
Gmail too,
sync.
or whatever.
Yeah, I mainly use the Office 365 for calendar syncing, for email. You can have it on your phone, OneDrive. Like
Yeah.
it's expansive that way, and using like cPanel or uh, what's that called? What's the main? Anyway, the
Like
cPanel,
Web Host
the
Manager or
email host.
whatever.
Yeah, the one there's it's dumb email, and I like it if you're just starting out because it's super cheap or
Right.
free.
Yeah,
But
like it's like not box mail, but
yeah,
there used to be there's like four of them in
round
there,
cube,
like
round
round
cube
cube,
type stuff.
squirrel mail. Yeah,
Yep.
round cube is the default now, I
Yeah,
think.
it's great to start, but moving to where
Yeah.
we're really expansive, and then you can have the Zoom account integrate with it, and
So
it all goes off.
do you get an email dashboard with this as well? Like, can you log in and see your email and reply and everything from here? Or is this, you have to
No.
bring it into like another app?
Yeah, so this is just the SMTP sender, and then replies
Yeah.
will actually come back to my Outlook itself.
Okay.
So then when people reply, like I got one, I had one just a minute ago. Oh, here you go. This guy replied to my email from here from Go High Level, sent it out through SMTP to Go. They replied, came back to my Outlook, and then Outlook synced up to Go High Level. So it's just that big
Oh
loop.
yeah, okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would try the 365 syncing and see how that
Yeah. Okay.
see how that works. And then
As long as the loop's closed, I don't really care
right.
how it works. Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never tried playing around with that. I know like I've set up mainly lead connector. I still have Mailgun set up for half a dozen accounts in there because like a couple years ago, like it was all Mailgun, right? So I still have that half set up, and you have a lot of control in there as well. But I think you're spending $40 a month for 50,000 emails or something like that. So it's it gets expensive there too, but over the course of the year, but
Yeah.
not $100 for a year, but
Right. Yeah.
then you can control everything there as well. But as far as ease of use goes and getting stuff set up, been just mainly doing lead connector and then having the client pay for it themselves, kind of thing too. So
Yeah.
that's the other option, I guess.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah. Good call. Cool. Thanks. That's helpful.
Yeah, no problem, man. Steve, you got anything today? What are you up to? What's going on over there?
Oh, so I'm trying to figure something out. I've got a couple larger clients I signed up with a lot of salespeople, and so we want to monitor the salespeople. So the problem with Go High Level is anytime so I've created we spoke to this last week actually, right? I created the
Yeah.
the custom field for the salespeople with the drop down menu. So that's all working successfully.
Okay,
So
perfect.
now I'm thinking, okay, how do I get them an easy report to look at the end of every month to see, okay, who used it how many times? Because every time they sign in to use it now, they got to click their name. So one idea that I'm coming to mind is really just using Google Sheet, because I tried the math thing. I looked
Yeah.
at the math thing, and that's going to be based on each contact. It's not the big picture. Then there's a custom value, but the custom value is to change the custom value from one thing to another. There's no math in there.
No. I wonder, like you could do, yeah, you could do a Google Sheet might work. Might work best for reporting. I wonder if you could show a Google Sheet on the dashboard after you Like, so they're not logging in though, right?
There's no, I don't want them to log in. That's my preference. One thing I was thinking I could do is I could create, why can't I just create a website, right? Where I can embed a sheet inside the website and just go to, and just, it's always live and just, it's always automatically updating. So there's nothing for them to do. It's just super stupid easy.
Yeah,
you know?
I think that's what I would do. That's probably be the easiest way to go, is to go into your in your workflow. Every time they go and send out that message, you can put you can say who's sending it out,
Right.
and then you could probably even do the opposite. Every time somebody fills out the form and that person's name is in there, from the referral side, you could also send that to a different sheet inside of Google,
Right.
so that it would
Right.
update, and you could show
one's for
each,
just attempts and one's for
the
actually
going out, one's
successes.
coming in.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay. All right.
And I think you could do that fairly simply through the workflow automations.
Yeah.
In there too, just using the custom Google spreadsheet one.
Yeah.
That works fairly
Yes.
well.
Yeah. So that's it. I gotta do that for a couple of people now. Oh, is everything
Yeah,
okay?
that's good. Like reporting is such an important thing. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's not weird, but yeah, if you don't have the reporting right, if you don't have the reporting done or set up or anything, then and be able to send it out, then clients are just like, they end up being like, what am I paying for? Even if
Exactly.
things are going well, they're getting leads, stuff is coming in. If you don't have the reporting to be like, hey, I know you've seen a bunch of leads coming in, but here are some numbers to show you that those leads are coming in, then they'll be like, I don't think leads are coming in. It's
Yeah.
just weird. So
Yeah,
I
I have,
mean,
I have a buddy of mine that is doing websites and stuff like that, and a couple other things on the side. And every month he does a maintenance, whatever, and he shows them exactly like what happened that month.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know, like, we've done that in our agency for years, is put together just like a reporting thing. And when we had before COVID, and we had all the fitness studios they're working with, we had a pretty extensive system set up for doing reporting. I had a whole system for people to log in, see their own reporting, automating everything through. We were using, at that time, we were using, I think it was Zoho Analytics. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, we could pull data in from like a dozen different places, and it was really cool. And then we actually even hired somebody just to, because we were using MindBody as well, but then we had to hire somebody to just basically had a VA that just went into each person's MindBody account and copied down numbers, because you couldn't grab stuff out of MindBody at that time either. So, but it was good anyhow. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to go over today. Today I'm working on a lot. I've been over the last few days, I've been working on a lot of more marketing material for the for all of our stuff. And then we launched that launch lab first call yesterday. So that was really good. That's been a lot of kind of monopolizing a lot of our time. And just what I need to get better, what we're doing to get better here is updating some of the old videos for the training sections, and then making sure that all the training is up to date in our membership section. So that's kind of been a focus, just to make things a lot easier to get set up and get going with. So, and then also last week we did the API version 2. We released that. So you might see in our back end, like when Jose jumped in there, you saw a couple warning things. You may occasionally see that there's not going to be any errors. They look like errors, but they're just saying, hey, warning, something else is going on. Primarily we use that just to kind of show us, and usually we turn it off, but sometimes we forget to turn it off when we're done doing things. So yeah, that's kind of the update. So if anybody's watching, they haven't set up API version 2 yet, I highly recommend it. I was on the API development community Slack meeting update, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of words in there. Last week, but they're doing some really cool stuff with the API, which are going to make things easier to get set up and onboarded, just for new accounts and everything, and moving permissions and everything over. So I think that's going to be awesome. But in the meantime, if you guys haven't, I'm just going to share my screen here just for anybody else who's watching. Definitely go in and connect API version 2. They've been threatening to that. I think this is what I want to say was they've been threatening to sunset, completely get rid of API version 1 for months now. They had a hard deadline. They were like deadline March 1st and it was going to go away. And then March 1st came and they're like, well, we're extending it to June. And then June 1st is just around the corner. And there's still tons of app developers and agencies and stuff out there who haven't moved over to API version 2. So they're like, we're not really getting rid of it. We're just basically threatening to get rid of it until everybody moves over. And then once they get to a point where there's about 10% of maybe agencies left using it, then they will make the switch. But there's a lot of really cool stuff that we can do with API version 2. So I'm excited to get moving on that front. One thing that they did remove was the add location. So grab location. So if we are in here and we click on add rewards location, we're on I was testing something, so it says I'm not on API. I'm not on Pro. Let's just go over here. If you need to switch that, I'm gonna go. I switched myself to freelance to test something here. Oh, 297 save. Let's go. Let's put it actually 497. Oh, that just makes me think now that I got to change something. Okay, so because it used to be if we're in here and we click on add location, we are not getting that. Okay, well, I'm going to check that out and see what's going on there. We should be able to grab all of those locations. Here, let's go back. I don't think I should need to reconnect it. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at that and see what's going on there. If we click this, might have just been too much playing around by myself. Yeah, log into high level. Wonder if that's why. We don't want to log into that one. Let's do. Oh, they're making a thing too, so you didn't have to log in. That was going to be interesting. So because it was going to connect all the pieces. So you're actually able to log in, because this one sends you over to go high level. So they're going to make it so that you can have people sign in. It's not going to do the weird the not white label thing. Let's see here. Okay. All right, there we go. Allow access, enable, proceed. Awesome. There we go. We see all our locations again here. So yeah, so by enabling OAuth, you're actually be able to grab these locations and add locations easily, no matter whether you're on the 297 or 497 plan. Before, you had to be on the 497 to be able to pull in locations. Now, if we don't update your API, then we can't add locations this way. So if you don't update to version 2 of the API, then you have to go through and add things manually, which is kind of a pain. So really quickly, you saw me log in here, took about 2 seconds, click on that, and then get connected so that we're there and everything is good that way. So if you have any questions about that, or you run into any issues, so where you might run into issues, and I'm going to say this because we did go through and update a bunch of things. If you do run into an issue, absolutely, please send me a message. I'm actually going to put a link right here to support, so you can send me an email directly. I am playing around with installing a better tech support ticketing system so we can stay on top of support messages a lot easier. So that just makes life easier for everybody, and then you get the answers that you need quicker. So that's what we're implementing, and I'm excited about that too. Okay, Adam is taking off for a coaching session. That's cool. And I think if we don't have any more questions today, then maybe we can just wrap up today's call, because that's the only update that I really have, is making sure everybody gets upgraded here to API version 2. Sent out an email last week about it. Going to send out another one here reminding everybody to get switched over, just so that everything continues to work properly for you and yourself and your agency, and so that we can keep moving forward doing cool stuff. I am thinking about, I have been exploring adding in an AI content system into our back end here that you can share with your community, with your customers and everything, so they can, create content, write blogs, do all that kind of fun stuff, using AI and generating sales pages and stuff like that. So been messing around with that, excited about that, just kind of making more steps towards integrating AI into all of this as well. So if you guys have any thoughts about what we should do with that, that'd be cool. And then I want to have a better AI chatbot system integrated into our system as well, so that we could use that, all the new AI tools as well. So that's cool. That's kind of the upgrade, the update, the what's going forward here. I'm going to put some more marketing material and move our training sessions over to the thing. If we also launched into our membership site there, and this is me just rambling on here. If you guys haven't joined the Agency Launch Lab, highly recommend it. It's going to be a lot of fun in there. We're going to get a lot of stuff done. So Mondays and every Monday, throughout the month, we're going to do some training, some chatting, and then we're going to, Jose, thanks for coming on here. I know everyone's jumped off. I'm going to just finish this up, and then we'll wrap up today too. So if you guys haven't jumped into Agency Launch Lab, absolutely do it. It's a really good time. It was a lot of fun yesterday chatting with everybody about what they have going on, and just chatting about a few things that we could do in our business to get things rolling better, build the agency that we want to build, go out and get customers, get sales, and make more money. That's really the premise of Agency Launch Lab, taking our 15 years of agency experience and helping you guys build out your businesses as well, whether it's tech support or strategy or any of that fun stuff. So we're going through and doing that every Monday. We're going to go through some system strategies and really some mindset stuff as well. And then every Wednesday, we're hosting office hours. So come in, tell us what you're working on. We'll have a strategy. We'll have systems that we're working on, and we're putting stuff in place so that you guys have a dedicated time that you can actually work on your marketing for your business, rather than just working in your business all the time. I know it's worked wonders for us for years, having an office hours time where we can jump on with people, or other coaching and mentors that we've had over the years, and that's worked awesome. So I want to bring that to you guys as well. So excited for, if you guys haven't checked it out, go to agencylaunchlab.com, and I'm excited to have you guys in there. It's going to be fun, and we're going to continue moving forward. Awesome. Well, you guys have a good rest of your day, because I'm going to end this call right now, and we will talk to you guys very, very soon.